Hello, and I'm going to be showing you Android JellyBean 4.2 on an Acer Aspire 5315 laptop. And so we are booting up right now. There are some things that are a little bit unpractical about it, but if you're depending on what you're wanting to use the laptop for, if you're just wanting to use it for, gaming, surfing the web, watching videos, things like that, it will actually be a lot better than a Windows or a Mac operating system, simply because the operating system is much smaller and is a lot less demanding on the computer. So the boot time, what we're going through right now, takes about 2 to 3 minutes, so it's not very long. That's one thing I really liked and I wish would change about a lot of Windows operating systems. But here is the main home page where you have your apps. You can install widgets like this one. It's as easy as clicking and dragging if you want to move them, or if you want to remove them, you drag them up to the top, and whenever it turns red, you let go, and it's gone. One thing I also really like is the control panel, where you can see things such as battery life, airplane mode, Bluetooth, rotation, wireless, and you can also adjust brightness and settings. Down here you have your back, home, and background operation tabs, and then you also have your app home screen tab. And here we have you have your main starter apps, which is like your browser, news and weather, YouTube, settings, things like that. And I've installed a few apps already, which are like the Amazon Kindle, 2 games, which are Bounce Ball and Drag Racing. And then I've also installed Facebook and Twitter. Now, one thing I like is you can go to your settings and it's just like a real tablet. You can go to display, you can change your wallpaper to pretty much any wallpaper you want. So you can really customize it to yourself, and it's really great. Let's see, I liked that wallpaper, so let's go ahead and pick this one. You can adjust storage, so you see right here total storage is 73.36, available is 68.9, and then you can see what is taking up your storage, and then you also have mountable USB storage. The only thing I haven't figured out so far, but I think is possible, is transferring USB storage to your hard drive, and then you can check your battery life, what apps you have, and everything you can do with a typical Android tablet. So let's go ahead and go back here and let's check out the Google Play Store. So, as I said on Facebook, there are a lot of apps that are not compatible. For example, Subway Surfers is one of these apps that is not compatible with the device. I think this may just be a hardware issue and things like that, but there are a lot of games that you can still get on here. For example, Bubble Shooter is one of those apps, and you have all the different apps here that you can pick from, so it's really whichever is your preference, but let's go ahead and just go with a simple one. This one right here, you are able to install it. Now, the thing I have noticed with games, just kind of messing around, is if the game is a game that would typically be played on the tablet while it's in portrait mode, it's going to do this to you. And it's going to turn sideways, your mouse pad is going to get a little weird on you, and it's going to just be really unappealing, and it's not going to run very well on the tablet. So you have to be very careful. Let's see if I can't get back to the home screen on this. You have to be very careful with the games that you pick. However, there are games that are automatically and required to be played in landscape mode. You can play. For example, we have a pretty high graphic game right here, which is a drag racing game. So we come here and you can buy your first car. Let's go ahead and do let's buy this BMW right here. And the game is running perfectly fine. and then you're able to shift, but just by using the arrow keys. The arrow keys are compatible with the games. So it's going through here, shifting with the up arrow. You can downshift with the down arrow. Just kind of smoking this guy right now. And that's a game running on here. And then we also have Bounce Ball, which I know is a pretty popular game. So you can come here, select a level, and then you use the left and right let's see, that's odd, but you can, last time it let me use the left and right arrow keys, or you can just simply tap on the left or right sides of the screen, clicking, and it will work for you. But most games you're able to use the actual arrow keys with, so it's a lot like playing on a regular computer. There we go, it's let me use the arrow keys this time. So, just going through the level, pushing right on the arrow key, and bouncing through. Alright, let's go ahead and get out of this. There are bigger and better things I'd like to show you guys. Here is Facebook. Loads up very quickly. Takes no time whatsoever to load up, scroll through. And then Twitter is just the same. Loads right up, no lag, no wait. And that's because this is an Android tablet with 4 GB of RAM. So that's actually quite a lot for tablets, especially nowadays. So let's go ahead and load up YouTube. I want to show you guys rendering speed and things like that on here. So let's go ahead and go through this. Let's go ahead, and this one looks interesting, the world's best guitar player. So you can see right here,
with an instrumental piece called Gratitude, please welcome Amen Tufani.
This is the buffering speed. You can go full screen with it. And it's buffering fairly quickly. There's the buffer speed going. And this is a 8-minute video, so we're not going to watch the whole thing, but it plays YouTube videos very well. And then for web browsing, is very quick. Let's, for example, just go to Google and do a few little searches and see what we can come up with. So we have this right here, and then let's go ahead and just something I like. Let's go ahead and search for Holy Spirit right there. Alrighty, and so it loads up very quickly. You can load up images, and it's just like working on a regular computer. So there are a lot of pictures here. We have that right there. You have your pages and things like that. So it's very quick with working and loading, things like that, buffering, and a lot of that depends on your internet speed as well. And you can also load up your widgets, so we'll just go ahead and put a Twitter widget on there. Go ahead and drop that right here on my home screen. Let it show tweets, and then right here you're able to keep up with your Twitter and do everything you would be able to from your tablet. So now let's go ahead and remove that from my home screen. So there you have it, guys. That is a Android JellyBean 4.2. on an Acer Aspire 5315 laptop. I hope you liked what you saw, and I hope on doing some even more awesome things on computers and things like that, and I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date. So I hope you like what you saw, and goodbye.